In order to graph this system of inequalities, we're going to start by taking a look at the first inequality. And if we think of it as an equation, it would be y equals 4x minus 7. And what we want to do is we want to graph that line. And we're going to do that with the knowledge that we have a slope of 4 and a y-intercept at negative 7. So I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to find that y-intercept at 0, negative 7, right here. And then now that we know the slope is 4, we can think of that as a rise of 4 and a run of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up and 1 to the right, 4 up, 1 to the right, and so on. All right, we'll draw a line connecting those. And that's great. So now we have graphed the equation y equals 4x minus 7. Now the inequality, though, is y is greater or equal to 4x minus 7. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to highlight everything that's greater than or above that line. So it's everything above the line like this. Okay. Now let's move on to the second inequality, is y is less than or equal to x plus 8. Well, if we think of it as an equation, it would be y equals x plus 8. And that tells us we have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of positive 8. So that means we can go ahead and start at the point 0, 8. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 right here. And because it has a slope of 1, we can think of that as a rise of 1 and a run of 1. In other words, up 1 and 1 to the right. So really it's just going to be like this. Great. Now, the inequality, though, states that y is less than or equal to that line x plus 8. So then I'm going to highlight in green everything that's less than or equal to that line. So it's going to be everything over here. So the solution to the system of inequalities is where those areas overlap. So I'm going to highlight that in yellow. And we can see that is this entire area here is where those areas overlap. Now, if we're looking for the maximum values of both x and y in that area, we are looking at this point where both of the lines intersect. And we can tell just by looking at it that that has an x value of 5 and a y value of 13. You could also figure that out algebraically by writing out that 4x minus 7 is equal to x plus 8 and solving it, but it's not really necessary at this point, especially because we can tell so easily graphically what that point is. Anyway, that's all for this video, and thanks for choosing JD's Prep.